In this video, we are going to learn uploading a project in the GitHub repository or GitLab repository. By the end of this video, you will be very much clear about how you have to upload the project in the GitHub or GitLab. Okay, so it is a very important video, but I have created two more videos in my YouTube channel for the Playwright tutorial. Okay, before watching this video, you should watch these two videos. Okay, so these are the two videos in my YouTube channel, so please go ahead and watch these two videos. One is about how to install Playwright and how to set up the Playwright, and another video is how to write the tests in the Playwright. Okay, so please watch these two videos before watching this video. I hope that it will give you a lot of value. I will provide the link in the description. Okay, so you can access the playlist from there. Okay, so now let's come back to the today's topic, how we are going to upload this project in the GitHub repository or GitLab repository. So the project that we have in our local system, okay, we have to upload this in the GitHub, because if you don't upload the project in the GitHub, then no one can see our project, right? So if the project is in the local, no one will be able to see, but if the project is in the remote location, people can collaborate and see the project, and also it will be easier to maintain in the future. Okay, so now let's start the topics. So now we are going to learn about how to create an account in the GitHub or GitLab. Okay, so it is your wish which tool you want to use. So I am using GitHub. So github.com, you have to search in Google, and you have to log in. So it is logged in my case, so I will sign out. So I have signed out. So once you search for GitHub, you will get this type of UI. Okay, so just click on sign up if you are not registered, or if you are registered, click on sign in. Since I am registered, I clicked on sign in, and I will just enter my email. So I had the access of the my account. So this is my account. If we click on here, then we are going to see the profile. So these are the different kind of repository that I have. Okay, so now we have to upload this into the this one. See, if we go to our VS Code, there is one option called as this one, this uh, publish to GitHub. Okay, so click on this. So it is telling us and giving us the option to name our repository. So I will name the repository as YouTube Playwright, and it should be public repository. Okay, so I have selected this, and it is automatically doing some stuffs. Okay, so I am going to open the terminal now, and we need to run some commands over here. Git status. Okay, so basically this is some of the repository that I have. So I'm clicking on this repository over here. So this is the YouTube Playwright wala repository. So we need to know some commands before pushing our code into GitHub repository, right? So for that, I have to open the terminal over here. See, a new terminal. Okay, this is the I am deleting the existing terminals, and I'm clicking on the new terminals over here. Okay, so first of all, you have to type git status. So this will show the files that needs to be uploaded. Okay, to type git init. Okay, so it says initialized existing git repository in this path. This is the path. Okay, so we already have this repository initialized. SSH is secure shell, and HTTPS is hypertext. Okay, so this one is installing command. Okay, so this was like let's download this one. Is an application, so here we are downloading this now. Meanwhile, we will try the other way around, how to push this over the GitHub repository. So this one is for creating a new repository on the command line, and this commands is for pushing an existing repository from the. So you have to just push this one. So let's copy this line of code. First of all we need to run this command. See, remote origin already exists. This says the remote origin already exists. So we need to try some git commit message uploaded code. So there is a typo. Git uploaded project. See, these things are committed. Now we will add git push. You have to use this command. Now it is asking for signing in. Okay, sign up. We need to sign up in the git. Okay, so you'll write authorize the git ecosystem. This wants the password, so I'll input the password. So the password is wrong. So git is configured. We will now close this and reopen the VS Code. See, the code is pushed. Okay, we'll again enter the command git status, git commit m. See, these commands you will use regularly. Okay, so you have to remember these commands on a day-to-day basis. These commands are used. I am using git pull origin main in order to sync up the files. Now we will go and see on this repository. I am using control refresh, and all my local code is uploaded over here, as you can see. Uploaded. If we click on the test folder, there is example spec.js. Okay, if we see over here, test example spec. Okay, see, and yeah, so these are the so this I haven't added these two files, test1 and test2. Git add dot, and then git commit messages added test files, and then git push origin main. So you have to by heart these commands. Okay, then it will be easy for you to use on a day-to-day basis. Okay, git status. So now if you refresh our remote GitHub repository, it will show up this test. See, test1 and test2. Okay, so basically what is the summary of this video? Okay, so basically repository, and we wanted to upload our repository to a remote site. That is, we have used GitHub over here. So in GitHub we have seen how we can set up the remote, how we can push our code in the GitHub repository, right? So here I have 10 repositories. Among these 10 repositories, I have created this YouTube Playwright repository over here, and we have seen how we can push our code by the help of some of the git commands. Okay, so you can learn about git commands in through the blogs or internet. There are a lot of resources. If we search for git commands, you will get a lot of resources coming up in the internet. You can refer the commands that is used on a day-to-day basis. This is very much important for you to know if you are working on any framework, or you are working on any automation code, because without the git you cannot work on automation. Okay, so it is the best practice to write the readme file. So here in this repository we don't have any readme file, so the readme file provides a clear-cut description about what is the repository and what is the goal of this repository. So you should always write a readme if you are making a repository, you should not forget the readme. This helps other people understand about the repository in detail. So we are going to add readme over here. So for that you can use ChatGPT or Claude or Google, anything you can use, any AI tool you can use. So I am using ChatGPT, so I will ask to create a readme file. So I have taken up this readme template and I am just pasting it over here. So here we are going to write the description of the project. Okay, so let us include YouTube playlist, Playwright tutorial. So this is the title of the project. So feature 1, feature 2, so has UI test. Feature 2 is has API test. So these are the two features I have, and built with JavaScript, Mocha framework, tool is Playwright. Okay, so next is getting started and prerequisite. Okay, so for that we need to have Node.js, VS Code, Git we need to have. Okay, installation is this one. Okay, git clone, so you can clone this repository, then you can install the dependencies, then you can run the project. Then this is the usage, that is then contributing, then these are the contributing factors, and license and contact. So I will not keep these two things over here for now. Just we want to commit these changes. So you want to commit this, so I have clicked on commit, so it is committing the code. So this is our readme file. See how beautiful it looks like over here. So This is the way we should write our readme file. I hope that you are pretty much clear, and I hope that you have understood how we can create the readme file. So you want to pull this readme file over here. How you can pull it? So you should write git pull origin main. So once you input this command, everything will be synced. Okay, so see, this readme file is updated over here. If you now check git status, so everything will be synced. It is telling that your branch is up to date with the origin main, nothing to commit, everything is working fine. So in this way you can basically use the git and github in order to upload your project to the remote repository. So you should know that you have to use the readme file properly, then you have to use comments properly in order to explain the things to the other people, and other people also needs to understand what is the repository about and what are the step-by-step process of using your repository. So I hope that this video has helped you to get some idea about the git and github commands, and how you can upload and create a repository in the github. If you have found value out of this video, please subscribe my YouTube channel, like and share. Okay, this kind of helpful, interesting video will be uploaded also. And if you wanted to learn the Playwright tutorial, right? If you want to learn the Playwright, then I have a dedicated playlist for the Playwright. I have started a series on Playwright. You will get in details explanation for everything in this Playwright series. Okay, I have uploaded 2 videos. Please go ahead and watch these 2 videos. Okay, this will be very much helpful for you. Thank you.